Praise be Jesus and Mary. My dear good people of God, the episode of today's Gospel reading presents before us Jesus heals St. Peter's mother-in-law. We do not know much about St. Peter, but we are sure that he was a fisherman in Capernaum. He was a simple and ordinary man from an ordinary and simple background. He was not much educated like you and me. But a fisherman becomes the first disciple of Jesus. Secondly, he was the head of the apostles. And thirdly, he was the first pope of the Catholic Church. And today, we honor him as St. Peter. Yes, my dear sisters and brothers, a powerful reminder for all of us from today's Gospel reading: God can make use of anyone for his mission. God can change and transform our lives in a manner we would never imagine. Can you imagine a fisherman became the disciple of Jesus, the first disciple of Jesus, the head of the apostles, and the first pope of the Catholic Church, and today we honor him as St. Peter? In the book of Exodus, we have a beautiful example of Moses, who was a shepherd, but God called him, and later he became the great leader of leading the people of Israel from Egypt to the promised land. David was a young boy, but he was made a great warrior, a great king of Israel. St. Paul was a Saul, was a jealous persecutor of the Christians. His encounter on the way to Damascus, God made him a builder of the church. The man who persecuted the Christians became persecuted for the cause of Christ, for the gospel, for the risen Christ. He was being persecuted. St. Augustine, we know very well about him, his life. He was a sinner, notorious sinner. And he was a pagan, the background of the paganism. But God made him a great theologian. He became a great theologian and a bishop of Hippo. Can you imagine how God changed him, transformed him, and made use of him? St. Francis of Assisi was a son of wealthy merchant, but he dedicated his life to serve the poor people. Likewise, Mother Teresa too dedicated her life to serve the poor people. Yes, my dear brothers and sisters, we are the vessels of God's mission. We are the vessels in the hands of God. So let us surrender ourselves to the will of God, and he will make us as he likes, not as we like. Let us only surrender to God's will. All these people were changed and transformed in a manner which even they could not imagine. All these great people today whom we honor as saints, apostles. You see how God changed, how God made use of these people for his mission. Only what we need is we need to surrender to the will of God. We need to give up ourselves to God. We are the pot. God is the potter and architect. He will make us our life beautiful, which you and I cannot imagine.